All right, welcome everybody. Good morning. I'm Tom Basil. Welcome to Board Game Breakfast.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Mike Delisio.
Hey, Mr. Bonnegore's not here today because he decided to once again take another trip.
Yes.
Good news, though, he'll never be back. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I don't have any good news for you. But also, he'll be in the Winter Spectacular, which is 2 weeks from Monday.
And that's not good news that he'll be there.
Correct.
No, the good news was that he's not here today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Hurrah!
Party! Also good news, we'd like to thank some of our Kickstarter backers for supporting our show. We want to say thank you to the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yes. The Dread Pirate
This
Roberts.
whole time I've been waiting. When is the Dread Pirate Roberts going to tune in?
Right.
And he did. Thank you. Arr,
But also
matey.
Buzz3220,
From the future.
Daniel Weitzman, Jay Satterwhite,
Guy, yeah.
and to Nicholas Ackerman, preferably in crowd surfing or board game breakfast. Hey, I got it right!
Nice.
We got you, baby.
We got
Request
it, Nicholas.
accessed.
Alrighty. Oh, today's my sister's birthday. I should probably say happy birthday. All right.
Just do it right here, Tom. I'm sure she's watching.
Happy
right?
birthday, sister. Jeanette. Alrighty. Let's.
So
Do you
now I
call
gotta.
her sister Jeanette? That would be an interesting thing.
Happy
No.
birthday, Sister Jeanette. She a nut? I mean,
Let's get moving on to some contributors. We'll be back with a game show.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, we are Ryan and Bethany.
From Ryan and Bethany, Board Game Reviews.
All right, today we're talking about Canopy. This is kind of a push your luck style game. You're using a push your luck mechanism to draft these cards into your tableau. Once you're there in your tableau, you're building up these trees, putting a canopy on top of them, hence the name of the game. Hello. You're getting these animals that have different points and special abilities, as well as all these different plants that have different special abilities and points. So once you're all done, you have this huge tableau full of this rainforest, section that you're in charge of. It looks really cool. It has the Vincent Dutray art that just really pops off the table.
So you can grow like really short canopies or trees and really tall canopies and trees. Like there's this one game that Ryan and I played where I'm scoring all these points because I have the most canopies. And I got the tallest one because mine was the only one complete, right? But then Ryan ended up getting this, like all this doubles just stacking up like this super tall.
Just one big tree.
It was just one tree. But it got him like a third of his points that game because of just like the doubles and all. It was
I think I
crazy.
still lost though.
You did. I'm excellent at this game.
Yeah. I will say the animals is where this game shines. That's where you get all your special abilities from, and a lot of some points too. You have mating pairs. If you can get the pair of them, you get extra points and extra abilities. That's what you really want to try for if you can.
Yeah. Well, everybody, if you want to hear more from us, make sure to find us on YouTube or Ryan Bethany Board Game Reviews. Until then, this is Ryan. I'm Bethany. Hoping you have a happy, healthy breakfast.
Bye everybody.
Guys.
Hey everybody, Ron here. I'm back with another affordable board game. Today I'm going to talk about Fast and Furious Highway Heist. Fast and Furious Highway Heist is designed by Prospero Hall of Funko Games. Plays 2 to 4 players ages 12 and up with a 60-minute playtime and a $30 MSRP. Pull out jaw-dropping, unbelievable, over-the-top stunts so you pull off a heist against the bad guys. Setup, each player will be controlling a character from the Fast and Furious movie franchise. They have a unique set of base stats as well as a special ability. The hero will be driving a unique vehicle with its own stats and special power. The game is scenario-based with its own win, lose, and special gameplay conditions. And in a typical turn, the player's turns will go in any order that they choose. Each player will be taking 2 actions, such as shaking off an enemy off the car, leaping onto another vehicle, ramming an enemy SUV to turn into a wreck, or forcing an enemy SUV into another space. Then the active player rolls the enemy dice and resolves the action, like ramming a player vehicle, enemy pegs, damaging player vehicles, and a special enemy vehicle drawing a card that does some bad things. There are some special stunts in the game that have thematic conditions to be met, and if you meet them, you'll get special rewards, which are typically tied to the scenario. The game ends typically when the first level 3 stunt card leaves the board, or the special win or lose conditions are met. Here are my thoughts. Action selection and dice rolling is a lot of fun. There's resource management in the form of boost tokens, which I found to be pretty cool too. The stunt challenges are out of this world and they're definitely on brand. This is truly a cooperative game where heroes really have to work together to pull off amazing stunts, and it has tanks and helicopters. I highly recommend this game. And that was Fast and Furious Highway Heist. I hope you folks enjoy, and until next time, see you later.
hello Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a very special edition of 10 for 10. As you know,
Are we going to learn something?
You might.
The more you know.
As you know, it is Christmas Day today.
Oh!
Go with me on this one.
I'm a triple.
Go with me on this one.
Okay.
And as you know, Christmas is all about splitting things evenly. Go with me on this one, guys. And so today, these two very giving men are going to be working together to split some Christmas games. Christmas-themed games. You guys have the oldest Christmas game is going to be 10 points. The newest Christmas game, a single point, okay?
So we have a higher value on older games.
That's right. But you want a mix of old and new for each of you, okay?
Are you trying to make a point here, Mike?
That's what you guys want,
Thematic
okay?
integration, Tom.
Yes, exactly. You want to have a nice mix so that your two totals are very similar.
Okay.
Giving. You're cooperating. You're giving to each
I
other.
got to cooperate with Mike.
However,
Fine.
Krampus is here. And as you know, Krampus love to not have splits happen evenly. Go with me
That
on
is
this one.
that is what I
Definitely
read.
a big Krampus thing.
No. So far, everything is true.
It's
Yeah.
legit. Everything has been fact-checked, okay? So here's what's going to happen, guys. I have, like I said, 10 Christmas gifts here, or games,
Can't
rather.
see your phone. All right.
The date. I'm going to tell you what the date range is, just so you have an idea, okay? The newest game is from 2021.
That's this year.
I think I know that
The
game.
oldest game is from 1952.
I don't know that one.
All right?
All right. 52.
And we are going to have you. I'm going to just I have a randomizer app here. Unique mode. And I'm even going to let you guys be the ones to touch it and bring up the games.
This is the most exciting thing I've done today.
All right?
And
so,
I did some
I'm warming
spackling.
up my hands.
as the games come up, you're going to click pick here.
Uh-oh.
It's pretty blown up, or blown out, I guess. But I can probably do that. Make it better.
I think we're going to, we have a little technical thing here we're going to work for this.
All right, so as you guys, yes.
There's
okay,
Krampus.
as the games come up, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to find the card in here and give it to you guys. You decide.
Got
You
it.
can give it to Tom, you can give it to Mike, or you can give it to Krampus.
Krampus.
You have to give two of them to Krampus. Krampus wants two of the games.
Okay.
The difference between my numbers is how close you guys need to be. That close or closer.
So we want to give him the 1 and 10.
1 and the 10.
You want to give me the 1 and the 10.
I think. Again, I feel pretty confident I know the 1.
Okay.
You guys
All right.
ready?
Yeah, I mean, there weren't that many Christmas-themed games
Right.
that were
And my
released
memory
this
goes
year.
back at least a year.
That's correct.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to have these under here, and you guys
Press the button, Mike.
press
Is it
pick.
this one here? Okay, here we go. Pick. The Christmas game.
That's a made-up name.
That sounds like 52 to me right there. That sounds like 1952, the Christmas game.
It is the Christmas.
That's going to be
game.
an older one, right?
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty safe giving that to Krampus.
We're right off the bat. We're giving Krampus.
Well, do you
Well, what's cool?
Oh,
though-
another thing. Yes, thank you. Go
He
ahead.
was explaining the rules. The ones we give to him get revealed right away.
They do.
Yeah, let's give him it. I don't want that stupid game.
Krampus, you take that piece of trash. Right there.
the Christmas game. Let's find out where the Christmas game falls, okay?
All right, here
the
we go.
Christmas game is number 8.
Oh no, what's
No,
that
that's
terrible?
good. That's
It's
good.
an old
Not if
game.
we give him
There's only
another
two
one.
older. Yeah, no, we can't.
That's an older game, so...
Well, you said you know the one from this year, so we wait for
Krampus
that.
has-
I did.
Well, you don't know what I picked, but sure, maybe. Number 8 is what Krampus has got.
I feel good about that, Tom.
That's pretty good. You guys are doing well. Go ahead and pick another one.
What? Can you tell us the year from that game, or do you know?
It's on the phone.
Okay.
Somewhere in the 60s.
I'm pushing the
You
button.
push the button.
12 days.
Okay,
it
here's the
says.
problem. There are 2 games called 12
Right,
days.
one is like a war-themed game, right?
No. You're thinking of 16 days or 15 days.
Oh, that's so different than 12
I will
days.
Yeah, it's because
Clarify.
12 days works with Christmas,
I will
Mike.
clarify.
Uh-huh.
There's no other game exactly called this.
Yeah, I think one's called 12 Days of Christmas. Either way, this is more mediocre. This came out in the past 5-10 years.
Okay, so one of us should take that.
Yeah, who cares? You can have it.
Great.
It's about giving. Do so with love and respect.
Who cares? You can have it. No, this doesn't get revealed.
This does not get revealed. You have 12 days.
This is mine now.
All right.
Please.
I'm going to press it now. Sleigh Wars.
Sleigh
Okay,
Wars.
I wanna
spelled
say-
E-I-G-H, folks. I don't know if you can see that.
Sleigh Wars.
This brings, Slay the Spire is missing a
Yeah.
golden opportunity for the Christmas season.
You're right.
Santa Claus shows up. Slay the Spire. Okay, this just sounds like a terrible game.
It does.
But this is also, I don't think this would be that old. The idea of Santa Claus being a villain is more of a 20-year-old
I agree
thing.
with you. I think you take Sleigh Wars.
All right.
Again, don't forget, you guys want each of you old and new so that your numbers even
but we
out.
think these are more modern,
More contemporary.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Hit me with it one time.
Are you going to do it there?
I am.
Brittany? The Grinch, Sing Your Heart Out. Okay, well that...
If there's anything this game should be proving everybody is there ain't many good Christmas games.
No, there are not. The Grinch, Sing Your Heart Out.
These are all about
You're
love.
a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
This seems to be a newer one to me. I mean, The Grinch is not a new property, right?
But why would this be new? When was that new?
Because the Sing thing. Do you really
well, sure,
think,
but it could be in the last 20 years.
I don't know. It seems like singing games
Look,
are more recent.
thematically, you should take this.
Don't forget, you need to
should?
give me another one.
We do.
No, we're not giving you the Grinch thing.
We want him a new. We know
shrinks
it's new.
as you don't give this to me.
You're not the Grinch. You're Krampus.
It's the same thing in parts of the world.
I would watch a movie called Krampus and the Grinch.
Krampus and the Grinch. It's
Krampus,
like a
Freddy versus Jason.
buddy comedy.
It's
like
a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
getting
who's
too old
taking
for
this?
You think I should take it thematically? I'm the Grinch?
It's about love, darn it.
I'll take it.
I don't know, honestly. I was hoping he'd pull out some more known games. I know
I
nothing
think
about this one.
I think this is a newer one, but I'll take it.
Well, it doesn't matter if you take it. I don't think it's number one, though.
No, I don't think so.
All right, you're taking that one.
All right.
There you go. Hit me one time with it. Okay,
Justin
I hope nobody's...
says, yes, because 12 days works with Christmas, Mike.
You're right, Justin. All right.
Man, if anyone else has any negative things they want to say about Mike,
Super chat.
super chat it out. All right.
Great. All right. Elves Under Hoof. Wow.
Elves under hoof.
Now, this sounds like an older one, actually.
Yes, this does sound like an older one. And, okay, so I've got what I think are two newer ones.
No, 12 days is past decade.
Then you need to take that. Because you think Sleigh Wars is new. I think this is new.
Actually, 12 days may be like 06, 07.
Well.
I was at The Rock when I played it. So The Rock's been gone for...
You were in that movie?
No, the game stuff.
Oh, man. Sean Connery.
All right, I'm just going to take it.
You
'cause
take
we'll
Elves
figure
Under
out.
Hoof.
We'll fix things later.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. So far, I love the spirit of giving.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. The Grinch sings.
This is
his
one of the
little
Christmas
heart
songs
out.
that I only... It's called The Christmas Song, which is a boring name, but I
Like
have...
the Christmas game.
Right.
In my Christmas playlist, I think I have this twice because this is the most overdone. Every Christmas album has this on it, and they all
Sure.
sound exactly the same.
So which versions do you have that are different?
No, we're not doing this. One photo at the table. It's Christmas. Who wants that? How old could that be? Who should get it?
I think it's
maybe you give to Krampus.
I think it's an
yes?
older one.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll take
Krampus.
it.
All right, you take that.
I'm taking chestnuts.
That garbage.
I never actually had a chestnut.
What about one roasted on an open
On an
fire?
open
I'm pretty sure it's the only way to eat a chestnut.
Because otherwise it's wooden bark.
I think
bark.
it's poisonous otherwise.
Press the button.
I have no idea.
Deadly poison.
Super Mouse's Christmas game.
All right, this game is rigged at this point. Come
Super
on.
Mouse's Christmas game.
That has to be really old, right?
I've
Who
never
is-
even heard of Super Mouse.
That's right. And if you ever heard of it, it's 20s.
Come on now.
The oldest game is from the 50s.
It's 50s. It does sound like an old game, though, doesn't it?
I'm kind of going the other direction. I'm almost wondering, like,
No, Super Mouse. Wait, you don't know who Super Mouse is?
I've
though,
never
for real?
heard of Super Mouse. Really, I have
He's
not.
that cartoon, Heckle Jekyll. Heckle and Jekyll.
that old?
That's Super Mouse. Here I am to save the day.
No, that's
it's Mighty
Mighty
Mouse.
Mouse, Tom.
Oh, you're right. The song helped, though.
They're cousins.
Yeah, here I come. to
Mighty Mouse.
No, Mighty Mouse.
In some of the universes became
Super Mouse. Bizarro World.
In Earth, 627.
I have a feeling this is a newer game, actually.
It sounds stupid. It sounds like a Haba game, maybe.
It does kind of sound like a Haba game. I'm thinking this is a newer game.
Wait, is there a rule? Do we have to take the same number of games?
No,
Interesting.
you just have to give me 2.
Well, you're not getting this one.
No, because we're not sure.
Krampus feels left out.
Mike, I'm going to give this to you because
right.
you look like a Superman to me.
And because you thought it was Mighty Mouse. Okay, fair. Let's put it
Super
here.
Mouse. I just push him up here.
There we go.
How hard
There
is
you
this?
go.
All right.
There we go.
Very nice. Okay, what else you got?
All right.
Redneck Christmas.
This has to be newer.
Of course. Redneck.
Do we give this
Redneck
to
Christmas.
him? No, but you think you're pretty confident you'll know.
Well, not anymore.
Right. He's not picking like.
He's not picking
well-known
games that are known.
properties.
The only game of these that I've heard of is 12 Days.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what's the one we gave him?
You gave me the Christmas game.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, so
This year under everyone's
I
tree,
can't
the
imagine.
Christmas game.
Do you really think? I mean, I guess maybe in the '70s or something there could have been a game called Redneck Christmas. but-
yeah, that's true. It would have been super inappropriate, though, everything about
Right.
this game.
Oof.
You guys have.
I feel like we're just guessing at this point.
You have 2 left after this.
We're
You
at
need
this
to
point.
give Krampus another one.
At
No.
this point, we're guessing. I mean, I feel like we've been guessing the
All
whole
right,
time.
I'm taking
so-
it, Mike.
You're taking it?
All right, I think this is.
Well, Mike was
dangerous.
waffling.
I am.
Okay, go.
Can we have one about waffles?
Holly Jive. Give it to Krampus.
That goes to Krampus. That's
Holly Jolly goes to
From,
Krampus.
that's from this year.
Well, you need it.
yes.
That is
Yes,
from this
baby.
year.
We got a 7-point window here.
We knew that one.
Yeah, that was the
I
one.
didn't know that one. That's the only
This is
you
sitting
were
on my
right.
desk at home
Right.
to play with my kids because you said they would enjoy it.
What about the
Yes.
Redneck Christmas game? Are you taking that home?
Okay, and then the last one, go ahead and touch that.
Hi ho, Santa Claus game.
Hi ho.
Okay, so you guys need to be within 7
Within
points of
7.
each other, or Christmas belongs to Krampus.
Christmas belongs to Krampus.
Do we play the odds and give it to me?
That's not how odds work, but
No, that's definitely that's how numbers work. That's what you told me yesterday.
was that yesterday?
I think so. I
That
don't
was
know.
Anywhere between yesterday and
And
1956.
1952, yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Tom?
There were 2 games I played that I knew about. I knew
Yeah.
that one, and I figured that was in here,
Right.
which I was lucky about. There's a
Yes,
lot of good
there
Christmas
are.
games you did not pick.
Yes, but these are hilarious. A lot of these titles are,
They're
ridiculous.
much funnier.
Take
I'm
it.
going to take it.
Take it. All right, let's reveal the.
All right.
Let's reveal.
So, guys, let's see what we've got
let's
there.
do one card at a time.
One
each.
at a
One
time.
card
All
at
right,
a
go
time.
ahead. Ready? 5,
Oh.
9.
All right.
That's old, huh? That was the second
All right,
oldest
so
game.
now I can look up dates here for you guys.
Wow.
So we get Redneck Christmas.
So what do you want to know?
and
Redneck
Hi-
Christmas is from 2000, exactly 2000.
Okay.
Ooh, that's 5.
Man.
That's 5, yes. And then
Oh,
Hi Ho
he
Santa
did almost
Claus
all
game.
games.
He did.
The Hi Ho Santa Claus game, 1969.
Oof. All right, here we go. Super Mouse and Chestnut.
So the difference is
Roasting.
4 right now.
Right, and we
Yeah,
need to
go
be.
with Super Mouse.
You need to be within 7.
Oh, Mike, this isn't good.
No!
Super Mouse is from 1952.
You should have listened to me about Mighty Mouse.
You're right.
That is the oldest one.
Oh, 6 isn't terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
11
All
to
right.
19, we're 8 away. Where we need to be 7 away. I need to have the 8. If you
Yeah.
have the 8, we've lost.
I have
Right.
the 8, okay?
Oh, the 7. You need
Okay.
to have the 7.
Okay, it's not going to be this
No,
one.
not the 7. You need to have the 7.
Yeah, you need to have the 7.
Your
right.
numbers got to come up.
Here we go. 4 and 2. Okay.
Okay, so you guys are what, 15 over here, 21. So you're within 6
We need
right
to be
now.
one
So what
away
numbers
here.
are left? A 7 and the 3.
The 7 and the 3 are what's left. Yes.
Oh, this isn't good because I really think this would be the 3. Because Slay Wars, again, sounds more modern.
Are we ready?
Ah! Wait, did that work?
All right. So what do we have?
think it
22.
10, 22, 19, 21, 22, 25. You guys are within 3 of each.
Yes!
24.
Krampus, you get
Right?
nothing.
19, 20, 21, 24.
We
Sorry.
were 2 within.
You're 2.
We didn't even need to give you this stuff. In fact, you don't
Hot
get
fire.
Holly Jolly anymore.
I want Holly Jolly. No, the sun.
Yeah.
Krampus is a vampire. Go with me on this. Everybody
No,
knows
Krampus
that.
is a demon, actually, right?
Who burns in the sunlight. Go
Correct.
with me on
I don't
this.
think demons. Okay. What?
Enjoy your Christmas day, everybody. I hope you found exactly what you were looking for under the tree. Guys, well done.
Merry
I felt
Christmas!
pretty good about
You've
that.
defeated Krampus. You
Yes.
did nicely, knowing Holly Jolly and basically none of the other ones.
Wait,
But
what
you
was
got there.
the... So
What do you want to know?
The oldest.
Okay, so 12 Days was what year?
2011. There's another game called 12 Days of Christmas, slightly newer, I think.
So
So
from
this
this
actually,
year, the
I
next
was right
one
about
is
it being in the
2011.
decade, barely. But
Right.
that was 2.
Right.
Trickery by
It's
Krampus.
all old stuff.
Trickery.
Krampus doesn't play
We
fair.
beat you despite your demonic trickery.
Yes, Krampus crawls back into his tent
Krampus
now.
got a leg cramp, says Baca. Alrighty, we'll go to some more contributors and we'll be back with the news.
Hello Proti here, your Romanian content creator, and today I will continue my series where I will talk about a specific part of a game, tell you my opinion about it and why I like it. And today we will talk about Furnace. Furnace is an engine building game with an auction mechanic which is used for gathering the different companies or factories into your tableau, where afterwards you will run them and produce and transform goods until you transform them into points. The interesting part that I wanted to discuss today is the part of the auctioning which is called compensation. And compensation is the part of the auctioning phase, let's say, in the game, where the players are getting compensated, the ones that didn't win that company. That means you will have, every player has chips from 1 to 4, like one of each, and they will place them to bid on different companies. The point is, if somebody else is winning the company where you have a chip on, you will get compensated for the chip that you played there with the resources depicted on the card multiplied with the number of the chip. That means if somebody placed a 4 and you placed a 3 and you get compensated 2 coal, you will get compensated 2 times 3 because this is the number on your chip. And this I find really interesting because you can maybe tailor your strategy around that and just get a few buildings with your 4s during the rounds, which just transform goods into let's say into money or points, and use the compensation phase to gather the needed resources for doing these transformations. And and because I like this compensation phase of the game, I really like this character. The characters are characters that you get in the beginning of the game, and everybody has like a special power. They are interesting powers, meaningful powers, and they are balanced. But because I like this compensation phase of the game, I like this character, which is giving you the possibility to be compensated one level higher than the chip you have. So if you have one chip and are getting 1 iron, you will get 2 iron. And this is really interesting, and this is actually giving you a bit of a direction, this card, to go in this compensation strategy, which I think it's a really interesting one in Furnace. This is what I have for today. Have a nice breakfast.
Hey, Board Gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo, back here in the breakfast talking about games that I played recently at BGG-Con. And one of those games is one that really got me fired up. Gutenberg by Grana Games. Now, this is a game that I'm gonna like already. It's got a cool theme about making printing presses and competing with the other players to fulfill orders that people send you. The production is top notch. It's got gears that will turn, typeset that's set backwards just like it would on a real printing press. And I also love the way the board allows you to learn the game by starting from the top and going from the bottom. It's got 2 things going for it. Twists that I think make it stand out a little bit from other games. And first off is those gears I mentioned. You have to plan your upgrades with these 3 gears that interlock. Each one spins in opposite directions, just like gears would. And it's a great puzzle trying to figure out when you should replace a gear, or what you should put in the gear, or what bonuses you want to set up for the next round. The second is something that people that have played Dungeon Pets will be very familiar with. It's got an action bidding mechanism where you've got a bunch of cubes, everybody's got a different amount, and those cubes are used to bid on the 5 actions that you can take during your turn. We're going to do this secretly behind the screen, reveal it, and there's always a big aha as either someone overspent on a particular action they wanted or underbid by 1. Plus you've got the tiebreakers with the first player. All in all, Gutenberg was a fantastic play. We actually played it twice at BGG-Con out of the Hot Games room. Enjoyed it both times. I'm wondering a little bit about the staying power, and I definitely think, at least after 2 plays, it's going to be hard to convince me that those player powers are balanced, but that's a game you should really check out. So, until next time, laissez-les bon temps rouler.
Happy breakfast, everyone. Today I'm here to talk to you about Cartaventura, which is a new, very small box adventure game. Now, what makes this one a little bit different is you put some cards down and it gives you some options, some choices, but they actually do slightly matter in this because there are branching paths. Now, an example at the beginning of the game, so not to spoil too much, you go into a tavern and you can choose to talk to locals or to the British soldiers that are there. Now, depending on which option you take, that might give you different information, which means while you might go to the same locations later on in the adventure, or you might not, you might have different information or items that could help you make your choices. Now, they might make your choices completely different because you can choose to play this in a couple of different ways in terms of play it through once and find where your adventure takes you. You can then play again and purposefully choose the other option to see how that branching path ended slightly different. Now, the first time we played, I think it took us about 20-25 minutes, and same for the second playthrough, because we sort of actually ended up going through more cards because of the ending that we got. Now, there's a lot of reading, but if you don't mind that and sort of voicing, not characters, but reading it out loud so people can hear and taking it in turns to take choices of, well, do we go here or here? And when we're there, this event happens, what should we do? I think you can have a lot of fun. Now, we played it with 2. Probably wouldn't want to play it with too many more than that. Maybe 3 or 4 would be okay. But it's an interesting branching path adventure, so I think it's worth checking out. And such a small box. We've done 2 plays. Maybe we'll do 1 more. Probably won't do the full 5, and there's 5 endings. But that is Cartaventura. And I'm Oliver East, signing out.
All right, everybody, welcome to the news segment. We are talking about Dice Tower news here, and there's a lot of it, so we're going to jump right into it. In a move not heralded at all, Marvel Zombies was announced from CMON. This is their 50th Kickstarter. So now, we don't know anything about it other than we do know there's going to be a giant Galactus. It's very obvious that because they sent us one.
Right.
And it's very obvious that this giant Galactus can be regular Galactus or zombie Galactus because other studios got a zombie one. I think that the head switches. I think that's what it's going to be.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Okay. Because there's the arm you can kind of see.
Well, maybe that switches too.
Okay.
But that's what I'm guessing.
Right.
They wanted the big giant thing. Other than that, they haven't announced anything else. I think they talked about it a little bit. I didn't watch. Did anyone watch the video of them talking about it?
No.
It's clearly not Zombicide because it says a Zombicide game. So I'm assuming it uses the mechanisms of Zombicide. I think you can play as the zombies in this one.
I think that's the case. Yeah. Well, it might be similar to that Night of the Living Dead where it kind of used the mechanisms of Zombicide, but enough changes that didn't feel like necessarily you were playing Zombicide,
When is Z doing a marathon of these games? No, he's not.
What games? Like
maybe the games
zombies?
from your game shows.
Anyway.
Maybe that's what they mean. I'm not sure yet.
Anywho, this is going to be $1 million or whatever.
Oh,
millions bucks. I'm interested in it. Yeah. No. I mean, they're going to make a lot of money on this.
I thought you meant the all-in pledge is $1 million.
I'm interested. I'm not as interested as you might think, mostly because of the word zombies. Marvel Zombies I find to be okay. I like the What If episode. There's a What If episode for Marvel Zombies. It's not a spoiler. It's one of the episodes. I enjoyed that, and when it was over, I was like, cool. I saw that universe. And then they're making a whole season of it.
Right.
I'm less excited about that.
To me, it's
I
less,
like the setting. I do.
it's less the theme and more the system. Like I'm over Zombicide at this point. I really am. If they had made it like a Death May Die version of that or Marvel United version with zombies, I'd have been 100% in. But I just don't care about this.
Somebody points out that Night of the Living Dead is also a Zombicide game,
right.
and that's my favorite of the Zombicide games.
It is, to me, I enjoyed that. Still, I don't know that I would really want to play it much more, but I did enjoy the one time we played it.
I'm excited for this. I still am excited for these. Zombicide is starting to, it's starting to get long in the tooth, yes, but I like the idea of it being Marvel, and I like the idea of it being Marvel zombies. I think that's going to work.
Here's the information we got here.
Okay.
The players are the zombies. You're zombie heroes. You get hunger, then until you become ravenous, lose control to eat anyone nearby. The enemies are shield agents, as well as unaffected supers like Spider-Man, Thor, and Black Panther.
Okay. Yeah, you can see on the cover there.
You gain powers and abilities from eating unaffected heroes and bystanders like Aunt May, Pepper Potts, and J. Jonah Jameson.
Pepper Potts is getting chewed.
That's right.
That would be humorous. Like, it's J. Jonah Jameson. I'm so hungry.
Well, if Pepper Potts didn't want to get eaten, she shouldn't be named after food.
Galactus
right?
does come with swappable head and arms.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So I think that sounds like there might be some twists.
Yeah, I hope so.
If you eat a superhero, do you gain some kind of power? I mean, if they go down that route,
that's cool.
Then I could see some interest here, even for those of us who might be a little burnt out on Zombicide.
That's true. I'll have an open mind. I'll keep an open mind.
I'm interested. I want to see when this launches. I'm going to be all over
the fact that you can eat J. Jonah Jameson, I'm backing.
That's +1 right there.
Right.
All right. In Shanghai, 8 tons of counterfeit Pokemon cards have been seized.
8 tons.
Now, over the pandemic, if you haven't noticed,
pounds. That's a lot of cards.
Each ton, 2,000 pounds.
That's incorrect.
Yes.
The 8 tons was a rounding error. It's actually 7.5 tons, Mike.
Okay.
Anyhow, Pokemon has become huge over the pandemic. I do not know why. I think people, some big streamers, from what I understand, were buying packs. Everyone else started buying them to the point where stores, I don't know if you remember, Target stopped selling them for a while. Even now, yes, there's videos you can go online where you see grown men running into a store like over-entitled children pushing each other to get Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
I missed all of this. Really? This is a thing that just happened?
Within the last few months.
Really?
The last year, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I completely missed all of that.
So when something becomes that valuable, forgeries.
Well, you hear stories of people that sold their Magic collections to like pay off their student loans or buy a home. You know, the amount of value in these cards can be remarkable. So it's not a huge surprise.
This was headed towards the Netherlands. So good. Whenever something like this happens, I'm like, yes, in your face, thieves.
Yeah, I'm glad that they captured this.
All right, Games Workshop has a new Lord of the Rings themed board game called Battle in Balin's Tomb, which I believe is the battle from the Lord of the Rings, that first one where they fought the cave troll.
Okay. Is this based off of an existing game system they just rethemed into?
I don't think so. I think it's a single game. Now, a single game based on a single battle is a tricky thing to pull off.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I know most war games are that way.
Sure.
But for like ordinary folks, like a tactical thing, the Games Workshop audience is all about, hey, you know, here's my forces, here's your forces. Oh, you won, I'm going to switch this unit out. You can't do that here, right?
Not a huge number of minis, right? 12 goblins, the cave troll. Yeah. I guess you can get another set. But
I was telling the guys, I think, I'd have to go back and look at the thing, I think we have a copy of this. Because I know I got a Lord of the Rings game from Games Workshop.
Okay.
So.
All right.
That's interesting. It's nice to see another fighty game with this theme on it.
Yes.
War of the Ring is such a big deal, you know?
Right.
All right, Maglev Metro has some maps coming for it. So the original Maglev Metro had 2 maps. The noob map of New York City, and then Berlin, which was a better map because it was a tighter map.
Yeah.
Noob or tube?
No, noob. Noob tube is what.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, so there was 2 maps. Now there's another 2 map expansion coming. Mechs and monorails will add 2 maps and new mechanisms. Oversized robots can go on your map. I saw these. So you played the game, Metro. These robots fit into the whole slot. Like, you know, you put different robots, they cover the whole thing.
Yeah, actually, I saw that too. I'm very excited about this. I like Maglev Metro a lot.
Yeah, it's a really good game.
And this is a nice way to kind of keep things fresh without, it's not going to be like another huge box, right? It's just going to be a couple of maps. And if it's anything like the first one, it's probably double-sided, right?
I would not be surprised if this box is not that much smaller, though, because it's maps plus all the pieces.
Is it really? I mean, you just would need those new robots, right?
Yeah, but there's also you can see those half tiles in that bottom picture.
Okay.
So who knows?
Yeah. I'd love to be able to get it all in one box, so we'll see.
Incidentally, I should mention that when I was there, I talked to them about Maglev Metro. One of the problems we had in this game was that the copper and gold robots look similar. They actually gave me a pack of copper robots that look more coppery.
That's cool. Okay. All right.
All right, Lockup has an expansion called Breakout, which
Wait.
makes sense.
Yes.
Hold up. Lockup. Breakout?
Right. First one, then the other.
We have definitely talked about this in the news before. Or we talked about it when it was on Kickstarter.
I don't know.
Because I
really
remember seeing
Kickstarter.
that board.
That board really looks like Clank. Admit it to Krampus.
Maybe. We may have talked about this before. I think that maybe we just have more information. It says it's coming into retail in March.
As I say, after a successful Kickstarter in June.
Yeah.
So we talked about it then.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a catacombs hidden below the prison with treasures. You can send people in there. So it sounds like an expansion. No, but it sounds like expansion. Instead of having the original game's a worker placement game.
Right.
This sounds like you can then take a worker and have them run around in the bottom.
And if they don't get out quickly enough,
oh my word!
then the dragon hears the clank of your feet.
All right.
No, I don't know. It looks cool though.
Yeah.
I don't think I was a big fan when I played this with you,
You
but
were
I know
not.
you guys like it a lot.
Yeah,
I really do like
I
it.
like it.
All right. My City, which I think was a sleeper hit of some degrees when this came out. It got some buzz, but continued to get buzz. Being
Yeah.
nominated for the Spiel des Jahres doesn't hurt.
Sure.
And I keep running into people who actually, like on game night, a couple weeks ago, one of the guys who came, Adrian, told me he and his wife played through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a very
because it's an easy one to do that
It was
too.
recently on sale somewhere, so I'm sure
Yeah.
I got some a little action from that.
All right, so now there's
But-
a roll right version.
Right.
This is what I've been waiting for.
There you go. The
My
one-
entire life. I thought it was Marvel Zombies. It was not. It was My City, Roll and Write.
Yes.
How excited are you, Tom? From 1 to 3.
One.
On a scale of 1
I'm
to
not
100.
interested. I feel like My City worked very well for what it was.
Sure.
And I'm not as big when it comes to roll right games. I don't mind them. I especially like games where you write numbers and things down. When you roll and then you're writing down, you're drawing tiles on the board.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think the whole time, why aren't we just placing tiles on the board?
Right. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a slightly, smaller version.
I
4
apologize.
chapters.
My interest in this is actually zero.
Yeah, I'm not interested
have
in this.
no interest
I'm
in
not
this.
interested in this at all either. But it looks
I
like
thought
they're.
My City was a fine game.
Yeah, I enjoyed My City, but I'm not looking for a roll and write version of a very light legacy game.
I guess
you
it
know.
depends how small this is. If it's particularly tiny, then maybe it'll be a good portable
It
version
says 4
of it.
chapters. My guess is that's in one of those little, like maybe bigger than the Crew, but like a mid-sized Cosmos box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it did well, or this wouldn't be coming out.
Sure.
Which is good.
All right, in sad news, we already talked about Tasty Minstrel was kind of shuttering their doors. Well, they are definitely shuttering their doors.
Yeah.
They're out. And we know this because they're liquidating everything on Cool Stuff. All those games that they said would never be sold anywhere other than Kickstarter, you can now get. Actually, you probably can't get them because many of these went very
The
quickly.
deluxified ones, yeah, I think many of those went
But
pretty quickly, yeah.
The news isn't that there's a sale. The news is, hey, this is it for Tasty Minstrel. They're still doing a few minor. It's gone. It's
Yeah.
gone. And I don't see. This feels like. How many businesses have you ever seen go out of business and then come back in business?
It's very rare. It's usually if they've been
very
like
rare.
purchased by somebody else.
And even if
because,
they came back in, they would probably be a different business.
There
Like,
was talk for a while. Do you
Yeah.
remember like when Toys R Us went out of business? There was talk that they were going to be bought and brought back, but I don't know if that ever. I don't
It
think that
didn't-
ever
I don't
happened.
think
Right?
if it did happen, it was a few stores.
Right.
Yeah.
So, oh well. For a while, they were top of the game.
They were a really, really big player. Yeah.
But the deluxified thing, I wonder if I can use that word now. Like if I have a Kickstarter, can I be like, we're deluxified? Then suddenly he shows up, hey, Tasty Minstrel. I'm like, no, Tasty Minstrel doesn't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
I wonder if
Yeah.
that was ever trademarked in the first
Go ahead.
place.
I give permission. All Kickstarters use the word deluxified, which is a really dumb word anyway.
Yeah, I don't love that.
All right, Monster Pit Overworld.
Ooh.
This is
I do
from
like that cover.
from Elsra Games, who makes Catacombs, and
Yes,
they use that
yes.
same artist for all their stuff. So there's another dungeon crawl. This is a fully co-op. So if you play Catacombs, one person is the bad guy. You're flicking
Right.
discs at each other.
You like Catacombs quite a bit, right?
I do. It's a lot of fun to play. I like
Yeah.
flicking games in general.
Sure.
This one here has a dice system, tableau building, and deep strategy, it says. So I don't know exactly, but I do know that we will get it eventually.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this to see what it's like.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Also,
I really like the
demons,
art.
man.
Yeah. I do like that cover.
Demons.
All right, you lost.
Yes.
You lost, Krampus. All right. We just 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? This week has been going by fast. It was 2 days ago. We got the new anniversary edition of Carcassonne. Did you see it?
No, not yet.
I took a quick look at it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've opened it yet, but
Right.
we have the new one. I think it has some spot UV, I think.
Okay.
It's actually different than either of these. It's a
Right,
dark
that's not
blue.
this.
Right.
It's dark blue. This is different. They're basically redoing the big box,
Right.
Okay.
Same components.
which, by the way, I really like that cover for the big box.
Yeah, that
that's
looks
one way
really
to show
nice.
off your game.
That's the big box
That
because
is
that
now, yes.
size is a different size than what I usually expect is that landscape gigantic thing.
Yeah, well, that is. Look at the top one.
Yeah.
But usually they show like almost every
Okay,
big
so
box.
that's a cover.
Yeah.
At the top there,
I
that's a
know,
cover?
that's trickery, isn't it?
Nice,
Yes,
right?
okay. That's,
How often
that's
do you
very
see
cool.
the picture of the game on the cover?
Right.
It almost never happens.
That's true.
That's a cool looking box. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay, I like that.
And I think even the look of the regular box is nice. It's a little bit more, I don't know, a little more inviting, I think.
It's a nice refresh, right?
Yeah. It has
A little more modern.
It also says that the tiles in it will match the 20th anniversary edition, which I just talked about.
Right, that's a
and then
good
the
thing.
base game is getting a refresh look. That's what the other one is.
Okay.
But I don't know how that's different than the 20th anniversary edition, other than
Sure.
maybe the 20th anniversary edition and that are the same thing, except this is like I bought this in the 20th anniversary of Carcassonne.
I believe the 20th anniversary edition also has a few extra tiles.
Okay.
With a
All
tiny little 20 printed on them as a celebration.
But if that's the new box
okay.
for Carcassonne, yay.
Yeah.
Because
I
the
like it.
Carcassonne
I like the look
box
of it.
has not aged well.
It hasn't. It
The
just,
original blue one with the guy in the front.
Yeah.
It's iconic, but it's also dated. You know what I mean?
Sure,
and
sure.
and so this is a nice, fresh look, and it still
Was
has
the
feel.
A in Carcassonne in the blue box, or was it just the C before, right?
I don't know, but I doubt
I
it'll be
think
on the
you're right.
tiles, but I think it's just a C before.
I think it was, yeah.
Now,
All right.
is the game, the core box, in that big box?
I would think so, right?
I would think so too, but
Yeah, it says the same mix of components as in the 2017, so it probably has
No,
at least the river.
Oh, yeah. You're right. We're obtaining the same mix as the 2017 edition, which had the base game, the river, and I think 2 expansions,
Yeah,
if
that
I'm
would make
remembering
sense.
correctly.
Yeah, probably, yeah, the first couple.
cool.
All right. And this is not, now to be clear, the one we just talked about was Hans im Glück.
Yeah.
Z-Man has not made any announcements about bringing it, so
right.
we'll see.
Right.
All right, Wingspan has sold 1 million copies. Congrats!
That's pretty impressive.
Boom.
That is pretty impressive, right?
Slam dunk bird.
There was like wasn't there 2 games that we were talking about that sold 1 million copies at the same time? One was Wingspan and one was some mass
Oh.
market style game.
Well, there was the I think like a Jeff Foxworthy game. Or
That's
something
right.
like
Yeah, you
that.
told me that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy game also sold 1 million
Also sold
copies.
1 million, yeah.
Okay.
But this is the one we care about. So that's cool.
Yep.
Robin Hood, which Z just reviewed this
Yes.
week, has an expansion coming out. 4 unknown challenges. Old adversaries become bitter enemies once again. I'm confused about that. But Friar Tuck's here. Yeah, Friar Tuck's going to show up and he's going to drink everyone to death.
Now it says early 2022. I'm assuming that's going to be the German version, and there was a little bit of a lag between the German and the English version for the
Definitely,
base game.
because it was nominated for the Spiel, which happened way earlier this year.
Right.
The English version just came out now.
Right.
Yeah, not
So
so
my
long
guess
ago.
is closer towards the end of next year would be a guess, but
It is a gorgeous cover as
Yeah.
usual. I mean,
Cosmos
just
knows how to
beautiful-
make 'em.
well,
beautiful.
Michael Menzel's an artist first, right? I
Yes,
mean, this
right,
is his
exactly.
first designed game.
Well, his second, he did Andor.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. And
And
speaking of,
oh, don't steal my segues,
yes,
Mike.
that's what happens when you put the news together.
Krampus loves to create chaos.
Andor Jr. also has an expansion. Andor Jr.
is
works
the Brands,
really
though.
well.
Oh,
This
the Brands
is-
did Junior,
yeah,
I guess.
they did Junior, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Andor Jr. works really well, and
Yeah.
having an expansion with more stuff. You're now fighting a War Drak, whatever that is.
A war drag is one of the creatures in Andor.
Come on, Tom.
That
Everyone knows
dog-looking
that.
thing.
Got it.
Wardrak.
Did you reviewed Junior, right?
I liked
You
it a lot. Yeah, my son was able to play it because it was fairly simple, offered some decent choices, and it had been a while since I played Andor, but when I talked to you about it, it seemed like the mechanisms were very similar, just kind of streamlined.
Yeah.
It wasn't as mechanically dissatisfying to me.
Oh, okay.
Andor, I don't like as much as Z. I thought it was fine, but it feels too weird that killing stuff is bad.
It's a puzzle that mechanically makes you double think things you shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, I get
well,
that.
thematically wise, the game wise,
Yeah, like if you are clearing monsters out of your way, you're hurrying the clock also, and it's like, wait, what? What's going on? But I assume it is your tolerance for bloodlust reaching, a certain boiling point, and you become Krampus.
Thanks, Krampus. Speaking of the brands, before
more
Mike can
you
do the
know.
segue,
That's right. You stole my segue.
he was the Exit Games are doing Lord of the Rings.
What? Lord of the Rings is everywhere
It
suddenly.
is, man. It
Between
really
Lord of
is.
the Rings and Marvel, there ain't any IPs.
That's right.
Nobody can stand a chance.
I'm waiting for the Marvel escape room games coming up soon. You
Yeah.
are Spider-Man. The
Right.
Sinister Six has you trapped. What will you do?
It writes itself. Yep.
I'm wondering. I mean, Exit. It really feels like they are really pushing the boundaries of these Exit games.
They are.
They did the puzzle ones. Which did you play the puzzle one yet?
I haven't played one yet. I
I'm
forgot
really
one. I haven't
curious
played it yet.
what you think of that.
Did you play one of those?
I did. I played it. It was fine. I actually liked building the puzzles. And only an 80-piece puzzle, but an 80-piece puzzle I found is tricky when you don't have a picture.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah.
You talk about things that got really big during the pandemic, and puzzles is also, I mean, it was always a part, kind of a tangential part of the board gaming hobby, and I think
Yes.
it's become even bigger. It really has. That Venn diagram is getting wider.
Yeah.
All right. We just, who was it? Oliver was Oliver talking about this?
Yeah, it was Oliver talking about this one.
So, Cartaventura here. This is also from Thames and Cosmos.
Yes.
And Mike is calling this Mini Seventh
It
Continent.
really looks like it, doesn't it?
Right.
It really has that Seventh Continent vibe in very small boxes, which is appealing.
It
Yeah, when I
definitely
saw
looks
this
like they're
picture,
one-time games, though.
Probably, right?
Yeah, probably a story. Once you played it, you can't really play it again.
Sure.
See, these boxes are a little tricky because I thought these were going to be bigger
No, they're
boxes, but they're
small.
pretty small.
Yeah.
Palm-sized.
If they are consumable, but like Unlock, you can give them to somebody, and they're maybe in the $20
Yeah,
range.
well, they
that
don't
would be
seem
great.
they don't seem like you use things in the games. You're just turning cards over and
Right.
doing things.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks neat. I like the settings. I like the looks of it.
cover-
But maybe,
great, yeah.
but maybe there's multiple endings to it too. Maybe you can play them multiple times.
Perhaps.
It says the game includes a tutorial to accompany the first game.
Okay.
And it allows you to explore the scenario several times before discovering all the game's secrets.
Okay.
I'm suspicious of that.
Right.
And there's a lot of games that you can play them once, then the second time you play, you take a divergent path, and you kind of, it's like 50% new content. Then the third time you're like, let's just turn over the cards we didn't see yet.
Several could mean 3 plays too. I mean, that doesn't. have to
However,
mean
I'm not
dozens.
opposed to that. It all depends on the price point, which I don't know right now.
Sure.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm interested enough. I didn't love Seventh Continent, but I think I would like a smaller version of that.
I'm excited about the next game because I can pronounce it.
Yes.
Terracotta Army. The newest T game, the first T game with 2 words, and the first T game I can pronounce.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is that this is a co-design with Adam Kopinski, who did the Origins game for them, but he also did Nemesis and Lords of Hellas. So
now this is a similar theme. There already is a game that I think it's in the Dice Art Library of Xin,
Yes.
Xian.
Yeah, Jean.
Jean, which is about the Terracotta Army, which I did not know until recently had been fairly brightly painted. Because I'm used to seeing the pictures where they're all
the
those
books,
statues.
yeah,
This is one of the things in China I've not yet seen. I've always wanted to go see this, but it's farther from Beijing. So if you go to Beijing, it's not there. You have to like travel to go to it.
Okay.
Right.
But I would like to see this someday.
Yeah.
But the idea of building this and then painting them, I'm sure it's going to be a bunch of levers and wheels that you're turning.
Sure. But I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, it looks good from the cover. We have no image for the next one.
This is a great
one's-
cover right here. It's not final apparently, but I really do like that cover. Oh,
You put that in there, you dork.
I sure did.
I love how it says cover image not final below, clearly no image available.
I put that there.
I love it.
All right, well, the game is called Tile Tum, which could have been put on the screen. But no, the joke was more important.
The joke was much more important. You're right. I should have put the title on there. But
It's from designers Luciani and Tassini. If these guys did Zolkin.
And Marco Polo, and yeah.
And then those are the two they did together, right? Then apart, they've designed every other game that's come out in the past 20 years.
Newton and Gollum.
There's a lot.
Co-designs. Yeah. It's a... Yeah, look, I mean...
It's a dice management game. You roll dice and do stuff, which is the same as every other one of these games, but it will be done in different ways. Yeah.
It will, and they've got a huge audience, right? I mean, even the ones that, you might say, well, Tekkenu was not as well received as Teotihuacan, but it's still pretty well received, right? I mean, still a lot of people bought it, a lot of people played it. I think people still play Zolkin, so...
These guys are at the top of that, like, heavy Euro game,
man.
They These really guys and Capstone are basically half
these guys
of that.
made a game for Capstone? Because that would be...
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't think they have.
I don't think they have, yeah.
All right. Synapsis Games has 2 games coming out. The first one is those little fish you can find in bowls at the store.
Yeah, the beta fish.
The beta fish, and
You got to keep them apart, though, because they'll eat each other, right? Or kill each other.
How many kids have bought 2 of them to see?
I don't know.
I never have, but I don't want to... I've read that it's bad to keep a fish in a bowl like that. There's like not enough room to swim.
Sure.
Like the whole goldfish bowl thing, you shouldn't do that.
Right.
I've read.
I believe it.
They're pretty fish, but I've never bought one because I don't want it.
Suffer.
Yeah.
The Coatl card game, though, I thought you might be interested in because you like Coatl quite a bit, yeah?
Yeah, but isn't a big part of Coatl the fact that it has all those cool pieces to put together?
Yeah, it is very visually appealing game, but...
Well, that cover's appealing. I like that.
Whenever you have a spin-off like this, I'm always more curious about what did they do to differentiate the game than really what the new game
Hopefully
is.
they made it fun.
Right, because there are cards in Coatl, right? I mean, cards are...
There's a big
game.
card element in Coatl, yeah. So I don't know what this is.
My guess is that they're basically going to have cards that represent the different pieces of the Coatl body, and you're putting a colorful array of cards in front of you.
Maybe. I mean, if it's basically the board game but no plastic,
take out the fun stuff.
I doubt that's what. I hope that's not what it is. That's just a board game with all the really cool bits represented on cards. I really hope that's not what it is. I'm hoping this is something, an offshoot that feels like its own game.
Yeah.
I am excited. Coatl is fun. I like it, and I'm looking forward to this. I will say, I think this is an even more striking cover than the first one. That is a gorgeous
It is.
cover.
It says work in progress. I don't know if they mean the game or the cover, but stick with the cover. I do like that.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Star Realms has a box set coming out. Like the whole thing. It combines the core set and Gambit set with extra stuff.
I kind of can't believe this hasn't happened already. I thought there was already, there's been... Star Realms is one of those products that I can't keep. It seems like there's 50 different offshoots of things.
I agree. It's hard to tell. It's kind of like Ascension sometimes.
Yeah.
Star Realms is the ultimate werewolf of deck building games.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, that's kind of cool. I still like Star Realms. I just saw the Star Realms card yesterday. It just made me fall over with how beautiful it was.
Really?
It's particularly attractive.
Did you sign it for me yet?
Oh, that's right.
I will do that if you want me to.
A handsome card. It was.
What was it called? Star.
It's like General something Garcia, and it's basically just one of the cool-looking, Star Realms people with clearly my head. Bloop, popped on there like Iron Man.
Those muscles look pretty similar. All right.
It's a Krampus card.
All right. Last piece of news: Horrible Guild is rebooting Dungeon Fighter. Dungeon Fighter, one of the few game experiences me and Z will no longer talk about, where you throw dice at a board and bounce them onto that target.
We'll always have Homestead.
In various strange and unusual ways. I like Dungeon Fighter, but it's a tough game for me to get to the table because it's weird in how funny and simple and complex it is.
Now stinking hard it is.
It is really hard. I mean, if you can't bounce a dice onto that board, don't bother playing the game. You'll lose.
Am I wrong that we, in crowd surfing a while ago, that they did a campaign for 5 different Dungeon Fighter games?
It's very possible that this is the... Maybe I should read my notes.
Nah.
Yada, 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 yada.
That's not what it says.
Yada, yada, huh?
Yada, yada, yada.
Yada.
Yeah, it's coming in Q1 2022. This must be the releasing of that
retail version of that. Okay,
Yes.
but they were different maps and stuff too, if I remember right. But okay.
It says it comes with a Target board, but the word Target's capitalized. I'm like, wait, is this for Target? No, it's just a Target board. Who capitalized
Target
that?
exclusive.
Alrighty. Well,
That would be funny.
That would be great.
that, folks, is the news. We'll have more for you next week. Let's keep going.
What is up? My name is Matthew McCack, and this is Smashing Buttons and Slamming Cards. This is a segment where I talk about a video game I love and I connect it to a board game I love. And I've been away for a little bit, and that is because I got top surgery done, which is a gender-affirming surgery. I am feeling great. I was having some, recovery stuff going on, but I am here, I am back, and I'm loving it. I'm loving life, and things are great. Now, usually what I do is I connect a video game I love to a board game I love, but sometimes I go off the rails, I do something a little bit different, and today what I want to do is talk about a board game that I've only played digitally. So it's sort of a video game board game, but it's based off of an actual board game. Anyway, I'm talking about Through the Ages, A New Story of Civilization. I am really, really bad at this game. I have never played against real opponents, okay? And I have been going up against, not even the beginner AI, I think the tutorial AI. They give you, some sort of boost, right, to get you started and everything. And not only do I come in last place every single time, I mean, it's dreadfully bad. It's not even close. It is third place, and then there's me. And I just want to know, what are some tips to get better at the game? And I know that, winning isn't everything, but also it's not all that much fun if I have no idea what I'm doing. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, you can check out mine and my brother's channel called Room 51.
Assalamu alaikum. If you're a massive fan of Hero Realms like me, then most probably you already own the co-op campaign and the character packs and many other expansions for Hero Realms and still want more. Good thing there will be an upcoming Kickstarter for Hero Realms, but if you cannot wait for all that content to come, then don't wait any longer. There is a print and play story mode that I have made for this one, which adds 10 boss monsters with an overarching story with all their unique monster powers, their unique attacks. It prints in a handy booklet form, which goes right inside the same standard box size. It is better or recommended to be played if you have the character packs and the expansion packs, but even if you have the standard box and the character packs, then still you can play, but you will not be getting the full experience unless you have the co-op campaigns, because many of the rewards that come in this one can only be used if you have the co-op campaign, because it uses cards from that one. But in case you do have everything for Hero Realms, then this is going to add even more life to your Hero Realms game. So if that's interesting to you, get it from the link below. Happy gaming!
Hi, this is Ambi from Board Game Blitz, and today I'm talking about Oh My Lair, a solo game where you're a dungeon lord trying to defeat a hero before they reach your lair. In Oh My Lair, you start with 2 dice, which are your minions, and each turn you send out your minions to different actions to do. You can collect resources or gold, you can research to get different creatures available, or you can fight the hero's soldiers that are in the 3 different regions on the board. Each action requires a certain number of pips rolled to succeed. For example, for every 3 pips rolled, you'll get a gold, or if you're attacking a soldier, you'll get 1 damage for every multiple of their defense that you roll. You get the resources from the different spaces on the map, and the soldiers are blocking them, so in order to collect the resources, you need to defeat the soldiers first. Also, once you've defeated soldiers, you can buy more minions, so you can gather up your forces and get more dice to roll. In order to fight the hero, you need to summon different creatures that cost different amounts of resources and put them in the path of the hero. You can stack them too, up to 2 creatures in a space. Each turn the hero moves, and if there's creatures in that space, then you'll fight the hero by rolling the number of dice equal to the creature's strengths. There are 6 different heroes in the game. Some have lower defense but high life, and some have high defense but low life. So you might need to either have a lot of different small attacks or build up 1 or 2 really big attacks in order to defeat the hero. Overall, Oh My Lair is a fun, quick game with a lot of resource management in order to get enough creatures to defeat the hero. Thanks for watching Board Game Blitz.
All right, that's another board game breakfast that we are ending. And we'll be back, though. A top 10 list coming later today at 2 o'clock.
You want robots? We got robots for you.
So many robots.
Do we?
Oh,
We're going to
boy.
find out if anyone understands the definition of robot.
Oh, boy.
Maybe I should have got my thesaurus out.
Oh,
yes.
boy.
All righty, we'll see you all
Tune in
then.
for that.
Thanks for watching Board Game Breakfast. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
And I'm Mike Delisio.
Have fun fighting Krampus.
Krampus!
Krampus, robot.
Meet
That's Futurama.